Hello, welcome back. Still to come this morning. 16-year-old Hope Murphy, she wowed everybody, including Simon Cowell, on Britain's Got Talent this weekend. She's going to be right here. First, though, they're some of the most successful movies of all time, earning more than $700 million at the box office. American Pie followed 4 teenage boys through high school and beyond, with some cringe-worthy consequences, shall we say. We've got 2 of the stars with us this morning. Jason Biggs is here and Mena Suvari. First, though, here's a reminder of why American Pie has been such a huge global hit. It gave us Stifler's mum, tales of band camp, and that famous incident with a pie. The first American Pie movie arrived on our screens back in 1999, following the antics of 4 teenage boys and their attempts to get the girl.
There is Nadia, and she just looked at me. She just looked at me.
Since then, we've seen Jim, Kevin, Oz, Finch, and, not forgetting the Stifler, go from boyhood to adulthood in American Pie 2 and American Wedding. Now, more than a decade on, the 30-somethings are back together, this time for their high school reunion.
It'll be just like old times.
Hell yes. That's why I'm here.
Cheers. Right.
Oh, that was such good fun. Well, Jason and Mena, join me now. It's really good to see you.
Nice
Really
to see
good.
you.
How was the reunion then? Was it good fun?
It was a lot of fun.
It was great. It was a reunion for us, you know. It had been...
I know, it was, because it's like when I've got a school reunion coming up, which is going to be fantastic, and it is a bit like
10-year?
that. Yeah, a little bit more than that, a little bit more than the 10-year one. But it must have been great to see everybody again and all to be there. And did it just feel right when you all got together? It just felt it was right.
I mean, I think for me, it had been, what, about, like, 13 years?
Gosh, yeah.
Really, well, since the first one.
Since 13 years since the first one.
Since the
and
first
then
one. But
part 2 was 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, about 10 years. But, I mean, to me, it felt like not even 30 minutes went by and everybody was just right back into the same vibe that we'd always had.
There's a wonderful thing about... It's a great thing about this cast. You know, we can go years without seeing each other, and then we get back together and we have this shorthand with each other. I don't know, we have this shared connection that is the American Pie franchise and its success, and it defines us all in a great way, in a very profound way, and it's very special to all of us, and so we share that with each other, and it's a great thing. And when we come back, we all have wonderful chemistry and get along as if we, had stayed in touch every single day.
That's really good. You don't get that all that often, which is great. And boy, do we ever need a laugh in these times.
Yeah.
We do, don't we?
Yes.
There are plenty of laughs in this, because we need them.
There are a few laughs. Yeah, I like to think there are a few laughs. And,
Good.
Yeah. It's, the thing about these films that I've always, loved is that, the humor is easy. I feel like the humor is there, but it's they're very sweet, actually.
Yeah,
The stories are kind of sweet, and people really seem to root for these characters and get behind them, and that allows us to go to these pretty extreme places comedically, I think, And
Which is good, because you can take the audience with you, which you might not be able to do. But you're right, there's real affection for the characters. If there wasn't, you wouldn't be doing all these movies. It just wouldn't have, it just wouldn't have happened, I guess. And I can't believe it was 1999.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary. Because you had that movie, and of course you had American Beauty as well.
Yeah.
And that same year, what a year for you.
Well, American Pie was the first studio film that I'd worked on.
Right.
And then I worked on American Beauty right after that, and then they came out back to back. So
of course.
It just completely changed my life.
It was crazy. And do you know what? That scene that everybody remembers of you covered in all the rose petals, which is absolutely beautiful. And that's an iconic
there it is.
Do you know what? Some people have tried to copy that.
Oh yeah.
They have, and
I love
you know what? It just doesn't really work.
Are those oranges?
No, sadly and tragically, they're onions. Don't even ask me why. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. But
I love
that image is one of the most iconic images in cinema. It's fantastic. What a great thing to have. Do you have that poster on your wall?
You must. Don't. They never sent me one.
I have the onion poster in my room.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah.
Make you cry.
It's pretty hot. Makes me cry nightly.
Absolutely. So, do you think, is there going to be any more American Pies, or is that it once the reunion's done? Because they can go on and be parents and grandparents, and it can just keep going, can't it?
Well, we'll see how my renovation goes in my house,
OK.
And depending on... I think we did this after each film. We're like, I'm sure this is it. I don't know if it's possible we could do it. And then we end up back, and the truth is, the opportunity to come back and work with these friends, is always something I'm personally open to, and you know, really though, the story has to be right, the script has to be right. There's a lot of things that have to come together, and you know, we'll see. Ultimately, the audience will be the you know, they sort of dictate it, and hopefully the film does well enough, and we'll see.
Well, like I said, I think people really need to have some fun, you know, to go to the movies and sit there and have a right good old belly laugh.
That's true.
And I think we can rely on American Pie to give us a bit of a belly laugh.
Thank you very much.
It's lovely to see both of you. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Welcome back.
I know, it's been too long.
Yeah.
Too long. And I'm never off my work, so it's been very strange.
Thanks for having us as some of your first guests back.
No, it's great to see both of you, and enjoy your stay in the UK.
Thank you.
And still